Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. This is Vamshi here. I was a trainer for Power BI. So just before entering the session guys, before starting the session, can you please confirm guys, is I'm audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Right. Yeah, thank you. So guys, this is your first session, the first session guys, the first demo session where we are interacting for the first time. So just before starting the session, just let me introduce myself, just my experience and all these things, so that you will get to know about myself. Just I don't want to take that much time. Just it's which is just 2 minutes of time. So this is about myself. This is Vamsi Krishna Guttula. So I'm almost all having 20 plus years of industry experience, mostly in the training, supporting, development related projects. My mainly all this 20 years of experience is on the data related technologies. I almost all started in 2003 I started, almost all 21 years of experience I can say. So initially I started with a database management, like I was an expert in SQL, Oracle database systems guys, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL. These are some of the database systems. And after that I moved to administration, like I also was expert in the database administrations, like taking the backups of database, restoring, scheduling of backups, some kind of an high availability concept like log shipping, database mirroring, clustering, etc. And after that I moved to business intelligence. I moved to the business intelligence. I was also as expert in the Microsoft Business Intelligence tool, MSBI, what we call it as, and even whatever the course you are learning is Power BI. BI is basically stand for Business Intelligence only. So now it is Power BI. Previously it is MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence. Now the same Microsoft Business Intelligence, we added one more called as an Power BI tool. I'll tell you about those particular things also. And after that I moved to the big data systems and like Hadoop, Spark, etc. And as of now my complete expertise is on the data science guys. As you know that you heard about the data science, which is one of the latest whatever the technology or the trends that is happening there in the real world. Data science, machine learning, AI, ML, deep learning, NLP, these are all the some of the latest trends guys. So I was an expert in that. My main subject is on data science only, along with the data visualization skill using Power BI. Not only Power BI, I also have a different skills also regarding the data visualization. So that is about myself. And I also was collaborated with one of the corporate training, that is XLR as a consultant trainer, which provides a trainings on the various technologies like business intelligence, business analysis, data science. So I deliver some training on related to MySQL and some Power BI related trainings, along with the business analyst and data analyst courses, what I will generally deliver. And also done one certification from IIIT Hyderabad regarding AI and ML. So that's it, guys. That is about my experience and my achievements and my current, what is my expertise. Okay. So today it's my first introduction class. So I don't want to start with any the main implementation. I don't want to start with that. I just want to introduce, like, maybe nowadays everybody came to know about what is Power BI. So we are here to learn something about the Power BI, guys, right? We are here to learn about Power BI. So all of you nowadays, as of now, everybody came to know about Power BI. So a lot of online sessions and online, which is we have got a lot of videos and everything is available in the internet, guys, isn't it? So everybody knows about what is a Power BI. So Power BI is a software, as all of you know that it's a developed by Microsoft. It's a Microsoft software, basically a Microsoft product, what we can say, or a Microsoft tool, mainly used to create visuals or used to create data visualizations or used to perform data visualizations. Okay. So Power BI is a software or a tool developed by Microsoft, basically used for what purpose? Used for which is going to be or used to create a data visualization. What is data visualization? A data visualization is a technique, or what we can say that it is called as a skill. So it is one of the skill, guys. Basically, we call it as a skill. What is the main purpose of this particular skill? Where we can convert, what is meaning of data visualization? Where we are going to convert the raw formatted data, whatever the raw formatted data was there, it is going to be gets converted into a very beautiful visuals. It's very beautiful visuals. For example, let us say that I have some data was there. So like, for example, there is a company sales data was there, month, and what is the quantity they sold. For example, a company like Dell. So each and every month, how many laptops they have sold. For example, in the month of January, let us say they have sold 4,224. For example, in the month of, let us say, February, total how many they have sold? 5,486. Something in the month of March, let us say they have sold only 2,452. So in the month of April, let us say that it was there approximately 6,841. I can say that something. I have the data. Like this, we have the data up to December is the data. Data is a very small data. So if I ask you to find out which month is having the highest quantity, which month is having the least quantity, so easily we can compare. We have to compare each and every value. Total 12 values are there because 12 months of data. So we have to check as of now, in this case, which one is the highest. 6841 is the highest, least is 2452 is the least. April is the highest sales, March is the least sales. But if we have 14 values or 12 values are there, 12 values is also not a complex. Easily we can find it out. But if I convert this data into a very beautiful visual like this, guys, like something like this, in the month of the Jan, it is going to be, this is the sales. Each and every value I'm representing like a bar like this. 5,486, little bit more than this. And 2,400, almost all half of this. Okay, 6,841. So the data will be like this. Now here you don't require the values. Just this is Jan, this is Feb, this is March, and this is April. So which month has generated the highest quantity or highest sales? You need not to know the values also. The bar size is high here. So the April is the highest and the March is the highest. Sorry, March is the least. So easily we are able to identify which has the highest value, which is having the least value. We can do it very easily. We can do that. That is what basically we call it as our data visualization, what we call it as. So for basically the easy interpretation of the data, easy understanding the data, and easy interpretation of the data, we have to convert this data, raw formatted data, into a visual format. And not only that, why it is easy interpretation? Why? Because everything is available as a something like in some kind of an visual representation was there. Here it is like a values. We have to read the values and we have to understand. Here we need not to read the values, just see the pattern and we can identify that. And there is a one more reason is also there, guys. The reason is nothing but our human brain can, there is a technical reason is there. Our human brain can process the data, which is going to be when, as you know that whenever I look at a data and I look at a visual, so visuals are going to be human brain's process, which is going to be visuals very faster, almost all 10 times faster than the normal data. 10 times faster than the normal data. So how much time it is taking to process and to make you understand the data within the 1/10 of the fraction of the time, it is going to take it for visual. For example, if I give you some data, if it is taking 10 seconds of time to analyze the data, if I show it in a visual, it will take just 1 second of time. So it is going to be 10 times faster than that. Human brain is also, there is also one technical reason. It's a scientific reason. Human brain can process the visuals very fastly than the raw formatted data. And you can also see it, you'll also experience this in your real life also. So as you know that small children, the small child who is having an age of 2-3 years of age, they can recognize the colors very easily. They can recognize the shapes very easily rather than the alphabets and numbers. If they don't know what is 10, they don't know what is 10, but they can easily represent the colors. If I ask them what is this color, blue, red, green, because colors and shapes can be easily processed by your human brain. But at that time, by the age of 3 years, 4 years, the human brain is not that much developed, isn't it? So that's why they have very lower capability, very small capability only they have. So that's why what they will do is they will take a little bit. They can learn the shapes and all these things they can say. They can't say what is the shape. But whenever I given a shape and ask them to fit in a particular shape, easily they can do that. But because they understand with the help of a colors, they understand with the help of the shapes only. Visually, the human brain is going to be processed very fastly. So There is some scientific reason for that also. Okay, fine. So that means our requirement is nothing but whenever as you know that interpret. Why should I interpret the data, guys? So easy understanding the data. Why we have to do that? To take some business decisions. So I want to take some business decision. So in this location or in this month, the sales has been quantity has been sold very less. Almost all half of the month in February. Why? What is the reason? So to improve the sales, what we have to do? So like in the month of March, as you know that it's an academic end of the academic year. So most of the education system, education degrees and everything will end up with the help with the by the end of the March. All engineering graduates or all the bachelors or the intermediate level 10+2 standard SSC 10 standard, everyone will complete their academic years by the end of the March. Almost all. That's why at that time they don't prefer to buy any laptops and all these things because they will be in preparation of their exams and all these things. But once the exams are completed, then they start buying the laptop. So in April, suddenly it has been increased to 6841. So like why? What is the reason for that? So how should I increase? So when should I give the discounts? Something like that to make the sales more. When should I give the discounts? All these things, the business people and the business managers will take the decisions. To help their particular business decisions, we have to interpret the data in a visual format. They don't want the data like this. They want the data like this so that they can take the decisions very easily. They can take it. Now, how to create these visuals, guys? There are two ways are there. How to create the visuals? There are two ways are there. One is by using some kind of a coding based visuals we can do it, guys. So by using some kind of a coding we can do, guys. Coding means, as you know, that some language or some language or a script we have to write it, isn't it? So which language we have to use it? Like examples of these coding languages are no need to learn Java, C, C++ like that. There are some popular languages like Python, R. They will support creating of visuals. Python, as you know that Python is not a software. Python is a language. It's a programming language. Using Python as a programming language, I can create some kind of a visuals. I can create it. But what is the main problem with that? As you know that coding means, obviously we know that some kind of an expertise is required, right? So the person need to be having some expertise is required. Maybe he should be an expert in Python. You should be having expert in R. And apart from that, to develop an application, it is going to take, say, which is going to be takes more time, isn't it? So I think you can see a lot of ads in the YouTube and your Facebook and etc. You'll get a lot of ads saying that if you want to learn Power BI, so without having any prerequisite, without having any expertise, you can develop a report like this. So they says that you can see a lot of videos are there. I think if you search for the if you search for this particular Power BI, you will get a lot of ads when you are watching your YouTube videos or Facebook or Instagram. You will get a lot of ads will come basically saying that it is going to be so don't learn anything without having an expertise. I developed this visual. And even nowadays, some ads I have seen, there are going to be asking at professionals how much time it will take it. It says that 8 to 9 hours, and the person says that I have done this within a 2 minutes, less than 10 minutes of time using Power BI. So coding based means it takes a more time and expertise is also required. So like examples of Python and R languages can be used as some of the basic languages to do the data visualization. Then other one is going to be nothing but it's a GUI based. GUI based means no need to write any code. Simple, it is going to be all about drag and drop option. Everything is going to be drag and drop. Mostly with the help of your mouse only we can do that. So examples of GUI based, like we have the tools like Power BI. So Power BI is a GUI based data visualization tool. And other competitors for the Power BI is Tableau, or we are having a ClickSense. These are all going to be some of the what we can see the tools what we are having it, guys. So Power BI, Tableau, these are the most competitors we have. Then apart from that, there are some other tools are also there. So it's simple drag and drop. So Power BI is a GUI based reporting tool or a data visualization tool. Just with a simple drag and drop with with the help of the mouse, I can create a very beautiful reports. We can create it. So what is the main advantages? No expertise is required. You don't really require any expertise. So no languages, no nothing is going to be required. At least you should know about like what is basic purpose of visualization. Why do you require the data visualization? Remaining, we can explain them, but don't no expertise, no Python, no SQL, nothing is going to be required. If you have a knowledge, a little bit added advantage. Otherwise, there is no advantage for that. No expertise is required. And one more thing is, it is going to take a very less time. So within a very short period of time, you can see that. So if it takes, for example, if I said it may take 1 hour of time, here we can do within just a less than, which is going to be 5 minutes of time, we can do that. In some cases, not all the cases, in some cases, sometimes it will also takes a lot of time. Okay. So if you want to make some complex reports, etc., here also it will take some time. Basic reports, we can do it like this. I'm saying that approximately almost all within 1/5 of the time or 1/10 of the time, you can do it, not more than that. So these are going to be the two ways, guys, coding based and which is going to be GUI based. So why people prefer to go for GUI based? Why? Because even companies also requires, why? Because is they don't require, the person need not to be in much expertise. You don't really require a 10 years experience, 5 years experience person. Within just 1-2 years of experience, they can develop it. No expertise is required. And apart from that, we can say that within a very short period of time, within a very less period of time or less time, we can create a very beautiful reports, we can create it. Whereas in coding, some expertise required, some languages like Python or are some languages, and obviously it is going to take more time, it is going to take it here. So that is the main differences, guys. I'll show you, don't worry, I'll show you with the help of both of them. I'll show you the examples once in the next coming classes. I'll show you the examples. But one thing, let us see that. That means I'm talking about so many visualization tools are there. Maybe some of you also have made heard about so many different visualization tools. So I want to just explain the history behind them. Why these data visualization tools came into the picture. And apart from that, what are the different generation? That means some of them are going to be very old generation reporting tools. First generation reporting tool, second generation reporting tool. Whatever the current, whatever we are using, generally we call them as an third generation reporting tools. So whatever the visuals, whatever the tools we are using like Power BI and all these things. So this we call it as an third generation reporting tool. So just to give an idea, I'm just giving some idea about that, how to work with this different types of generation tool. Let us start about the first generation reporting tools, guys. So first generation means you can take it like before 2000 year, guys, approximately before the year 2000. Almost all it is 25 years back, you can say that. Almost all 25 years back, there are the first generation reporting tools. At that time, we don't have that much generation. And even at 2000, you can imagine, at that time, we don't have that much data was not there. At that time only, guys, around 2000 only, all this technology has been started improving. So all that, whatever the latest technologies we are using, all this came after 2000 year only. So at that time, for reporting, they used to use a reports called as crystal reports, guys. This is the first generation reporting tool. In and around 2000, they used to use it. Crystal reports. You can check it out. Crystal reports. Now later it was acquired by Business Objects, and now the BO was acquired by IBM. Sorry, not IBM, SAP. Now the crystal reports are the there are going to be licensed by which is SAP. Now they are not using it, but they have been taken over. They acquired that. Then comes the second generation tool. Generally, the first question comes is why this second generation tool has came when there is a first generation tool was already there. Already we have a crystal reports. Obviously, there is an upgrade in the technology or upgrades in the architectures. So around in 2000s only, guys, business intelligence came into the picture. Mainly in second generation, why the second generation tools has came, why? Because is at that time, it has been introduced around 2000s only. We can say after 2000, guys. After 2001, 2002 only, we can, I seen the business intelligence. Even it was started in the 2003 year only, it was started, guys. At that time only, it has been started. After 2000, 2003, we can say that. So at that time, after 2003, BI has been started. The business intelligence has been started in 2003. So at that time, being this particular business, peoples are talking about a large volumes of data and how to create these visuals. Crystal reports are not that much effective. That's why in second generation reporting tools, which are mostly supporting the business intelligence, we have the tools like, we have the reporting tools like Cognos. Maybe most of you have not heard about that. Now it has been acquired by IBM. Now it is initially created by Cognos, but later it was acquired by IBM. Even we are having business objects. Now, as I said that now, business objects has acquired the crystal reports, and now the BO has acquired by SAP. Now it is called as SAP BO, what they call it as. And from Microsoft also, we are having MSBI, sorry, SSRS. SSRS is nothing but it is a reporting tool from the Microsoft. I'll show you this tool also, guys. Just we don't work on it, but I'll show you why we are using this third generation tools when already Microsoft is already having SSRS. So if you go for an interview, guys, they may ask you, so why the Microsoft came up with the Power BI when already they're having SSRS? At least we should know about them. We have to know about the history, guys. Simply if you know that I learned Power BI, but why Power BI came into the picture when already Microsoft is having SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services. The name the SSRS stands for SQL Server Reporting Services. As I said that right, I worked with MSBI. So MSBI is like a package. It comes with 3 tools. Microsoft Business Intelligence, we call it as Complete Business Intelligence Suite. SSIS we used to use. It is an ETL tool, extract, transform, and loading. SSRS, it is basically for reporting tool. And apart from that, SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services, it is nothing but a multi-dimensional analysis, which is going to be multi-dimensional database used for analysis purpose. So ETL, reporting, and analysis as a complete package, we used to get it. SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. Using these 3, we used to implement the business intelligence solutions. As a part of that, SSRS is a reporting tool, what we used to use it. Okay, but why all this came into the picture? Why? Because due to the business intelligence has been started. Almost all they ruled the market for almost all 10 years. Almost all 10 years they ruled the market, guys. Huge requirements used to be there. Cognos, business objects, the Microsoft Business Intelligence. So learning business intelligence within a 3 months of time and getting a job easily. So then that came the third generation reporting tool. So coming to the third generation reporting tool, whatever the tools we are talking now, as of now, we are discussing, like we are talking about the Power BI, isn't it? So we are talking about the Power BI. I'm talking about something like a Tableau. All these are going to be comes under the third generation reporting tools. Again, the same discussion comes. Why? Then already when you have the second generation reporting tools, why the second generation reporting tools came into the picture? It is due to the, as I said, that it is to the business intelligence, and a different type of database systems also came into the picture. So that is the reason they have been started working with these business intelligence tools. Then why this third generation reporting tools came when there is already second generation reporting tools? Mainly the introduction of around 2012, 2010 only, around 2012 only, guys, we have got a cloud computing. So the second generation reporting tools like Cognos, business objects, or the SSRS, they don't have support for the cloud storages, not that much support for the cloud storages. Though they supports, but very limited support is there. But Power BI has given you a lot of support for the this mostly with the cloud storages only. It is supporting most of the cloud storages. Mostly it can be like Amazon, or it can be something like an Google storage, or it can be like a Microsoft. It's like a Microsoft, which is going to be cloud storage. So mainly it is due to the introduction of cloud storages, guys. To support those particular cloud architectures, this Power BI, Tableau, and all these things came into the picture. So almost all from 2013 to almost all 2000, it started around 2013, guys, almost all. So up to here, as of now, almost all somewhere around 10 years. Almost all Power BI and the Tableau is leading the market completely. At global level, it is Tableau, guys. But in some countries like India, it is Power BI. But globally, if you see most of the European countries and American countries, they uses the Tableau. It's like I can simply say one simple point is, Tableau is like a luxury cars, like buying an BMW or buying an Audi. All these are going to be comes under the what we can say the premium cars, Tableau. So multinational companies will use this Tableau. Whereas when it comes to the Power BI, it is going to be coming to the latest, like some in countries like which are like low level economy like India. These countries prefer to use the Power BI. Why? Because compared with the Tableau, it is a little bit lower costly. it is going to be a low cost. It's not that much high costly, but Tableau is like a premium. So here, if you pay 10,000 here, there we have to pay 50,000, or maybe even 1 lakh also we have to pay. Okay. So that's the idea about that. So that is a basic concept of these particular reporting tools. So anyhow, these are going to be some of the things what we can, that's some of the things we can talk about. I'll show you the environment, how it is going to looks like, and I'll tell you the experience of the environment of this particular SSRS also. I'll show you. I don't work on it, just a half an hour I'll show you what is the difference between Power BI and all these things comparatively. I'll show you the differences. Okay. Next, this is going to be the one, but first of all, the main important thing is what type of roles. Okay, I learned Power BI, but after Power BI, after learning what type of a jobs or what type of a roles I can apply, or which type of roles people is going to be requires this data visualization. Nowadays, almost all everyone, whatever may be the role, who are working on the data, they requires this data visualization skill. So don't say that it is a software, it is a data visualization skill, guys. I'll tell you some few roles where this data visualization requirement will be there. Depending on your expertise, you can apply for a different the job opportunities or the job roles we can apply. The first one is report developers. So companies are going to hire some kind of a report developers. So they're completely report developers. They're called as report developers. So report developers specific role is nothing but they have to create the reports according to the business requirements or according to the clients and the managers requirement. They ask the reports. So we have to develop the reports according to their particular business requirements. We have to. So if you want to become a report developer, just any one of the reporting tool, maybe Power BI, maybe Tableau, any one of the reporting tool, if you learn, that is sufficient. You don't require to learn other things. But generally, as of now, you know that industry is not what they are doing is they are not recruiting the people who are having a single skill. So multiple skills they have to have is, as you know, that as part of the industry requirement. That's why the other different types of roles, guys, like you can call it as a data analyst. So data analyst people, you can also become a data analyst. But along with Power BI, what you have to learn? You have to learn SQL, plus we have to learn Power BI, plus if you have to learn about the maybe it's going to be some Python, and apart from that also a little bit of Excel also, guys. So if you learn SQL, Power BI, Python, Excel, you can apply the jobs for like a data analyst. So maybe in my batches we have a different people will come and join for Power BI classes. So their main requirement is not to become a report developer. They want to become a data analyst. They already learned the SQL Python from some other faculty, some other training institutes, and they will come to the Power BI for my classes. Like that, not only this, even there is going to be some roles like which is going to be data engineering people. Even the data engineering people also, they require some basic ideas about Power BI. Like examples, what we can say, like they also requires, guys, SQL they may require the Power BI, they may require the Python, and also not Excel, but they require some kind of a roles like big data systems. In big data, they have to learn something like a Spark. They have to learn something like a Databricks. These are all going to be some of the whatever the data lakes, and even Azure also, guys, because Azure is going to be supports a lot of things. So data engineering people also requires the different skills. SQL, Python, big data, Azure, etc. they require, along with that Power BI. Even a data science people, even I was a data science expert. So my subject is data science. In my data science, what I'm going to use is, I use as Python. I'm going to use something called as a machine learning. I work with NLP. I work with something like a deep learning, AI. Apart from that, I also require some kind of an Power BI is also required. Or Power BI or any data visualization tool. I'm not bothered about Power BI, but comparatively the Tableau, as I said, that Power BI is the cheapest one, what we can use it. So as part of your requirement, only learning reporting, you can become a report developer. If you learn something like SQL, Power BI, Python, Excel, you can become a data analyst. If you want to go for a data engineering, you can go for a data engineering like SQL, Power BI, Python, big data systems, Spark, it's a Databricks, etc. Plus along with the Azure. In data science, they will learn machine learning, MLP, the NLP, not MLP, natural language processing, deep learning, AI, and all these are going to be some of the techniques they require along with the Power BI. So it's not that everyone who learns Power BI here will become a Power BI developer, isn't it? It's not mandatory like that. So the different people learns Power BI at a different levels. So guys, some people what they will do is they want to become a data analyst. So they will join our classes. They don't go to advanced level. They will learn up to the basic level of them and they will stop learning from there. But if you want to become a Power BI expert, then you have to attend up to the last class, DAX concepts, all these things we have to learn it. Otherwise, basic data visualization they will learn and they will skip the remaining classes. So different people learns for a different requirements. Everyone is not at the same level. For example, if anyone is learning Java, so everyone who learns the Java is going to be the basic target is to become an expert in the Java. So they have to learn complete Java concept. They have to learn. But here they don't learn all the Power BI concepts. Depending on the requirement, some people learn basics, some people learn advanced, some people learn a little bit at intermediate level. Like this, they will learn it, not beyond that applications. Okay, that's why in Power BI classes initially we'll have a good number of students will be there. So almost all my batches will have approximately 15 to 20 people will be there initially. But by the end of the class, there comes only 3-4 students will be there. Why? Because different people learns for a different purpose. And one more thing, nowadays, this Power BI also has become a common skill, guys. Just like how everyone should have a minimum computer skills, same as it is. It should be also, Power BI is also some basic skills, whether you are a IT professional, non-IT professional. And one more thing, guys, Power BI is not an, to become a software engineer, that means you have to come only from the IT sector or IT field. It's an IT background. Anybody can learn the Power BI, guys. It's not related to any IT. It's not related to any computer science because it is a generalized skill, guys. Even a non-IT person also will do the data visualization. Okay, these particular people, the chartered accountants. Okay, so everyone, because they require some kind of a data. They require some kind of they have a data and they want to have some analysis. So nowadays they are also learning this Power BI. Even not only that, a lot of research people will be there. They are not good at, maybe not good at that much programming. They are doing some kind of research they will do, but they take the help of the data visualization. Why? Because they want to visualize all this data and based on that particular data only they want to work. So like that, everybody, even research, not non-IT people, researchers people are there. So who is a research person in physics? He is doing some research on some kind of some physics theory. So what he will do now, guys, he is not a software engineer, but whatever the data he generated from the experiments, he want to analyze the data. Previously, manually, they used to analyze the data, but nowadays, easily we can analyze the data with the help of the whatever this data visualization tool. Maybe a person who is working on and which is going to be bioinformatics, or who is going to be working on some kind of cell theory. Everybody uses the data visualization skill. It's not that you should be mathematician or you should be an IT sector here now. Even a person who is an expert in like bioinformatics or some biotechnologies, so they're also using these Power BI tools. Otherwise, they have to depend on some other. That's why these companies, these organizations like all these medical companies, they have a separate report developers will be there. Why? Because they want to design some reports based on their particular data. So that is, guys, that different types of roles requires it. So I just given a role like who requires the Power BI. Almost all everyone who works with the data, they requires the Power BI. So I'm not saying that if you learn Power BI, you can become a data analyst. If you learn the Power BI, it is a part of the data analyst role. If it may be a part of a data engineering role or a data science role, or it may be report developer, or it can be anybody who is a IT, non-IT professionals also. Almost all everyone has to learn this Power BI, guys. Okay. So this is just the introduction class for the first session, guys. So that's it for the today's class. So just for today, I'll stop it here. And if you have any questions, I can just take up some questions and I can end up the session for today. Tomorrow, I'll discuss about our course curriculum and course timing and all these things. I'll give you more details in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So today is just my first class. I just want to give some technical aspects of that. What is data visualization? Why do you require a data visualization? How do you do it? And what are the different requirements that comes when you learn this particular Power BI tool? Okay. Anyone, guys, any questions? If you have, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want. Anyone? No questions, guys? or otherwise you can have a chat window is there. Even in the chat window also you can type in, guys. Okay. Yes, anyone? Yes, Hemlata. Right.
Yeah. So how the learning project we will take this first
Yes.
as a adjustments.
Yes, absolutely. I'll take it because I already given a point, right? So tomorrow about our course curriculum, I'll discuss it in the tomorrow's class. But absolutely, as of now, yes, I'm going to say that as it is. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you how our course curriculum will be there. So what are the topics we are going to learn, how we are going to learn, all these things, I'll give you a complete details in the tomorrow's class.
Is there any certification that we need to do?
Yes, you can do that. We are having a certification from Microsoft. It is PL300 is there. So if you want, we can go to the PL300. I think number has been changed. Right?
I'm asking from the DURGASOFT who will provide in or we will
provide only the course completion certificate because it is only a training program, right?
Okay.
It's only training program, so we'll give you only the course completion certificate. Okay, fine. Any others, guys? Any questions? Right. Okay, that's it for the today's class, guys. Just for today, I'll stop it here. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with the same link, guys. Thanks all of you guys.